And I just want to inspire a little bit through the music, educate, more people into crypto, period. Now, without being financial advice, I believe Hex, Bitcoin, Ethereum should be on your watch list for the next 5 years. And with that being said, let's talk about the highest appreciating asset class today. It's crypto, not stocks and bonds. Boy, this ain't for play. My word plays to educate the children around my way, so they can get out the hood. No, I don't want to stay. Education's critical in my life, pivotal. Could have been in jail or dead. Yeah, it's just that simple. But back to investing. Here, take some notes. Never go all in like jumping off a boat. Dollar cost averaging. Google that term. So you can keep your shirt on. So you don't get.
What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's having a great day. Yes, it is day 1000, and look right here, 500 days left, guys. We are 10% of the way there. We are 10% of the way there to 555 streams straight. Holy crap. We got that day 1000 and we got 500 days left. We are going good. Well, it looks like everybody's over watching what's his name? Crypto Coffee's what's his name? Mr. Crypto Coffee. So we'll make this quick. I'll get over to the news and we'll get this news quickly done. 3.9 cents. Oh, we just went up to 4 cents. Man, 3.9 cents. Can you imagine, guys? Remember when we were back at 7 cents just a week ago? I do. Looks like we got about looks like we're about 4 cents. $935 per T-share currently. And looks like we're going to get about 6.1 cents, or excuse me, 6.15 hex per T-share. Penalties, 296,000. We're getting some good penalties. We're getting some good penalties these days. Let's see. Liquid hex, 290 million. Or liquidity hex, and liquid USDC 10.2 million. Ether price right now $1,489. Yes, we are down. The whole market is down. Let me go over the Mt. Gox rumor panics Bitcoin Twitter as Bitcoin price returns below 20,000. Yes, yesterday Bitcoin went under 20,000. I think it hit 19,700. It's in here, $19,945. Looks like on Bitstamp it got cleared down to $19,766. But yes, it's going actually getting crazy. Some people didn't think we were gonna go below $20,000, but no, Richard told them. And when Richard talks and when Richard says something, I usually tend to go with it, right? Sunday fun day. Yeah, hit the likes, guys. Yeah, hit the like, subscribe to the channel. That'd be amazing. And let's see. Claims varied widely. So yeah, Mt. Gox, there's people out there that are saying, oh, Mt. Gox, the coins are coming out. We'll go over who said this just in a minute. But unconfirmed rumors, Mt. Gox were due for release to the creditors on August 28th. So some of these people said that August 28th, which is today, the Mt. Gox funds were supposed to be released. The claims were saying that, they were going to start paying out this 137,000 Bitcoin, and then there were some rumors that were saying, that it's going to start trickling out. Point of consensus came in a form of creditors allegedly wanted to sell their Bitcoin. So this is what happened. The Bitcoin back in 2014 when Mt. Gox fell down or broke down or went bust. The Bitcoin USD it was trading at about $500 per Bitcoin. So they'd be unrealized gains about 40x for some of these people that have been holding for 8 years now. So 40x on your Bitcoin, $500 per Bitcoin back then, and now you just get a whole bunch of Bitcoin. What are you gonna do with it? So some of these people were freaking out. Everybody's gonna sell. They're gonna sell. Kobayashi gave the end of August as a reference period during the time of initial payments might begin. So Kobayashi is the trustee that will start repaying them, and he said that they might start paying them at the end of this August. But so there's fear in the markets. We saw Bitcoin go under 20,000 yesterday, and the fear of the release of the potentially Mt. Gox Bitcoins is just unwarranted, as some of these traders are saying. Cointelegraph guys, older coin. Okay, so the coins, it looks like there's a trend of dormancy for Bitcoin. It looks like, so when these bear markets, people stop trading them and they just put them in a cold wallet and then they just sit there. So the dormancy of Bitcoin is starting to go up again. And let's see. Meanwhile, with the percentage of the supply last leaving its wallet 2 years ago or longer hitting 10-month highs. So that's what. So it's at least sitting in there for at least 2 years, and it's hitting an all-time high right now. So let's see. Grayscale. Look at this, guys. Grayscale's at $12,000, $666. So it's got a pretty good discount. Still pretty good discount over there on the Grayscale Trust. Hex clear down here. Yahoo's the only one. I saw Coin Paprika. We looked at it yesterday and it was still on Coin Paprika. But I went back and looked today. Coin Paprika has taken Hex off of it. It actually shows us as inactive. We can go over there and look. Let me go over to Coin Paprika. Coin Papsmerica. Let's see. You go. So Hex should be roughly around here. You type in Hex over here. And you go all the way down because they don't want you to put up, we're the inactive. We are inactive. Whatever that means. Then it gives you this token has very low liquidity and market cap measure. Please proceed with caution. So there you go. They don't even have the right website, which is, it used to be hex.win. So yeah, looks like things are starting to play against us once again. But hey, we're still in the game. We're still in the game, boys. So altcoin daily, but let me see. I got these separate. There we go. So there's no Eric Wall, love him or hate him. At least he knows what's going on with the creditors of Mt. Gox. Yes, I mute him. I mute Mr. Eric Wall. He's kind of irritating most of the time. So the timeline of the repayments. What will repayments be like? Where can I select how to be repaid? So it pretty much is saying like they're not coming out yet. Sometime in late August, no claim transfers will be processed. The web pages and instructions typically used for claim transfers should not be active. So they don't even have the payment plans up yet. So it's not happening yet. Let me see. So Eric put out Mt. Gox is not distributing any coins this week or on next week or the week after that. He is a Mt. Gox creditor. The repayment system is not even live yet. And next steps, go and block Altcoin Hub daily. The Altcoin Hub. So this is the guy who is spreading the misinformation about when the creditors were going to be putting them out. And that altcoin hub is operated by Mr. Altcoin Gordon. And we know him. We love him. Not really. This guy is one of these guys that's a fudder. He's somebody that fuds, Hex. He's fudded the market, obviously. And yeah, if you're following this guy, yikes. Maybe consider an unfollow for that guy. U.S. stocks loses $1.25 trillion in a day, more than an entire crypto market cap. So as we know, the crypto market cap is less than $1 trillion now. And on Friday, they lost $1.25 trillion in market cap value just in one day because of Jerome Powell, about how he talked about how the U.S. is, or they're probably going to start raising rates. Let's see. Jerome suggested that the larger rate hikes were still firmly on the table despite recent data hinting that inflation was already slowing. Investors rushed to cut risk and restoring price stability will. Okay, so this is what Jerome said. restoring price stability will likely require maintaining a restrictive policy stance for some time. The historical record cautions strongly against prematurely loosening policy. So it doesn't look like they're going to start loosening. Interest rates are probably going to start going back up. And overall, the stock market lost more than the entire market cap of Bitcoin and all of the altcoins combined. So that's pretty crazy to me. Powell also said that the decision over how far they extend key interest rates in September would depend on the totality of the incoming data and evolving outlook. So hopefully it's doing better, but do we all think that it's doing better? No, probably not. They're saying the FedWatch tool, whatever this FedWatch tool is, CMA Group's FedWatch tool, meanwhile, showed majority of consensus saying about 75 basis points in September, which pretty much is what we got in July. So there's that, right? So there we have it, boys. There we have it. So the question of the day, or the question of the title of the show, what if, guys? What if? So what if, this is my, hey, Maddie, all in, thank you for the $20. Hexo, let me see. Exo, I'm doing a special event on Tuesday. I'm DM'd you on Twitter about it. My name on Twitter is Malian. Many thanks. Yeah, Maddie, I'm not really into promoting anything other than Richard stuff. I know it's to pump Hex, or Richard stuff, but thank you for the $20, by the way. But you know me, I'm just all Richard Hart stuff. Sorry, bro. Sorry if I'm not able to promote your stuff. I know that when you meet an RH, why is he ignoring you? AK, he's not ignoring me. I messaged him probably a few times. He's not ignoring me. We're still buddies. I just like to give you guys the stuff. Just hear me out about offline again. Oh, offline then. I'm all right, man. I'm all right. But thank you for the $20. Let's see. So what if, guys? What if this guy that sold? I mean, he has what, $9 million that right now? He has $9 million. Had $9 million. He's got, let's see, about 208 million hex. He's got 114 left. He's been selling, it looks like, let's see, when's the last time he sold? He sold 48 minutes ago. Let's see how much he sold. He sold 4 Ether. Let's see. Let's see, $14,000 worth? Excuse me, no. 14, okay. Yeah, $14,000. So he's just been selling, guys. He's just been dumping a little bit here, a little bit there. Look at this. Pretty much all of these things that say multi-call right here are in 1 inch, or these are probably limit orders, but the rest of them are just complete sells, right? That is a lot of hex. Yes, it is. He's got $5 million left. Look, he's sold almost 80 million hex, and he's only got $863,000 left, or out of that. So I don't know if that's what he sold it for. He has to have transferred it somewhere, right? I don't see any transfers though. Where is he approving this? You could do more chain analysis. I'm not the chain analysis king, but he probably sent it somewhere. I'm guessing he's made more than this because he had about $9 million yesterday. But so the question is, what if? What if this guy is some sort of insider that knows about PulseChain? Maybe PulseChain's coming out. Maybe PulseChain, because he had only 90 days until he could have just, he lost 147 million hex just for emergency and taken early. What if this guy knows something that we don't? And this is all just conspiracies. I don't know anybody else. I don't know anybody talking about it. So I'm just wondering if this guy knows something that we don't. I mean, this guy unstaked 350 million hex early, lost 150 million. And maybe he knows a little bit more than us. Maybe he's getting ready for the PulseChain release and he wants to be in USDC to buy back PulseChain. Maybe he's, trying to dump it. I think because this wallet is scaring a lot of people, right? So everybody and their mother is like, oh my gosh, we're going to be down to 1.8 cents. So he's just like, oh, I'll sell a little bit and get a bunch of other guys scared. And then I'll sell a little bit more. And then they sell more. And then and then he buys it right back up at the bottom. And he gets a bunch of people scared and manipulates the market. That's what it looks like he's doing. But I guess we'll have to see. He hasn't started buying any, so there's that. But it would be pretty wild to see if he, calls the bottom of the at least hex, or not calls it. Excuse me. PulseChain PulseChain release. Maybe he buys the bottom. Maybe he gets people scared. Maybe this is the last flush out before the entire thing starts going back up. That'd be nice, right? PulseChain releasing any, that'd be great. I would love to see if PulseChain could come out. So, but we got it. Guys, day 1000? We are here at day 1000, and it's amazing to see. I can't believe that we're here at day 1000. Today is 1000. We're going to go over to 1001 here in a couple of hours, but today is day 1000. So, how many days have I been streaming? Let's see. I did 572 straight, and then 55 right now. So what's that? 607 or something? No, 627. 627 days out of the 1,000 days that I streamed. That's pretty good. That's more than half of these days I was streaming, guys. So we got still, we got what, 500 left. So day 1,500, Hexa will be done streaming. So you can put it on the calendar. One of the things that I think is really funny, if this guy is just completely selling, he's getting out, he's getting into the US dollar. Richard put out the dollar is on its way to zero. So this guy literally sold his hex for a shit coin. The worst shit coin ever that continues to just keep getting inflated and is trending down to zero. This guy is selling his hex that, if you look at the chart, hex is a crazy, it looks beautiful. The S, it's a huge freaking, we can, I don't know, where can we get a good chart? I don't even know where you can get a good chart anymore that goes clear back to the first. But you guys have seen the chart all the way back to January or 2019, right? I don't know why you would sell it for such a stupid thing. Look at this, the dollar. I get it. If he needs to take some money, hey, take some money. But 200 million hex, man. Like, you could have been this crazy well. But look at this, guys. It just keeps, look, it's just death. It's a death roller coaster right here. And I'm not sure why you would sell your beautiful, beautiful hex for such a sleazy dollary do when you could be making some interest off of it. But hey, everybody's got their problems, and maybe this guy found out that he, maybe he's some emergency. But that's it, guys. That's it for the news. Let me go over there. There we go. 3.9 cents. Maybe dude is dying. Yeah, exactly. Could be worse. Look at the euro. Exactly. And that's the thing. Like, all these other ones are dying too. So 11,000 and pray. Yeah, exactly. 11,000 and pray. So what if the real RH is your guest tonight? Yeah, it wasn't that. They aren't giving the Bitcoins back, but the USD value at the time, LOL. I don't know where you keep hearing that. Are they doing that? I don't think so. That's the second time I heard it. And I don't know if it's from you, Hexodal, but they're giving because it's the 137,000 Bitcoin. If they were giving the money back, that would be really good for crypto, right? Like 136, if they were giving money, if they're dumping it, if that's what you mean, they're dumping 137,000. I think they just get their Bitcoin back, but I might be wrong. I don't exactly know if they're getting it. I'll have to look into it a little bit further, but kind of irritating. Welcome to Twitter. Yeah. Let's see. When you meeting RH, why is he ignoring you? He's not ignoring me. That's a lot of hex. Yeah. Ouch. Hexo, just a hard pass on Maddie. Wonder what's the special event. Well, he's making his own coin, but it's supposed to pump hex just like every other coin that gets made. I know it's free. I know other stuff, but I promote Richard Hart stuff. Sorry if that offends anybody. I love Matty Allen. There's other people that like there's guys, Tatanomi. He's made Maxi. Hey, I like the guy. I don't promote his stuff, right? I'm not going on streams with him. I'm not talking about Maxi, stuff like that. You do what you're gonna do. But this is Hex channel, right? Dude could be staking monthly over 400,000 a month at current prices. Exactly. Could be worse. Look at the euro. Yeah. Question: if you pull up the Hex chart, isn't that a bear flag and pull? The pull measure move is pointing at 0.008. I'm not sure. Is it? You'd have to flip it. You'd have to inverse it. For the daily, let's see. Maybe. Let me put all these freaking things out. I would say, sure. Yeah, you could get that. You could get a pretty big. You're saying like this? Well, fudge. You're saying like this is the bear flag right here. Boom. Possibly. Yeah, we could be going down to a penny. But do you really think that it's going to stick it at a penny? Maybe. I mean, it really depends on how the economy is going, right? Oh, let's see. There's things that can be made other than coins, like Gnosis Safe, bro. Okay, yeah. Like I said, I'm not making a coin. What? Okay, well, that's what I took from it, Maddie. Like I said, that's what I took from it. If you're not making coin, that's cool. That's how I took it. Let's see. Yeah, some Hexkins on stream mentioned they only give back the USD value back then to him. Yeah, some Hexkin on stream mentioned they only. I don't know about that. I think that they're giving the Bitcoin away because the guy is sitting on 137,000 Bitcoin. He's not. It doesn't say 137,000 Bitcoin value. It talks about 137 Bitcoin. 137. The guy that unstaked did make a lot of money even with the penalty. He staked 50,000 and turned it into a couple million with 2.5 years. Yeah, and not like I don't hate on him. Might not be the best time to be pulling it out, but yeah. Will there be a sacrifice? Yeah. Hopefully not. Thank you. We good. Yeah, I don't know. Please correct the lie assumption to everyone listening in the chat. I'm not making coin. Okay, it wasn't a lie. It was assuming that you did it, Maddie. And that's how I took your message that I got earlier is that you were making a coin to pump the hex price. But everybody comes to me and says, hey, I'm making this thing to pump the hex price. Okay, announce the product I invented on PulseChain that significantly pump everyone's bags. So when you say product, I'm automatically thinking that it's a coin, right? Like everybody's coming at me and saying, every single person in there is like, hey, I'm making this thing that is going to be built on top of PulseChain and it's gonna, pump the bags. So I go, okay, well, have fun with it. I'm not promoting it, right? Pretty sure that guy on stake Blippy sacrificed Hexo's new coin, right? Have you told the pencil story in a while? Yeah, he might be making handbags, and that's fine. That's fine. I don't know how that pumps the PulseChain price, but maybe. Just watching Running with the Devil on Netflix about Uncle John McAfee. Yeah, I need to post the John McAfee interview that I did. Maybe next week or something. I understand people who make coins and sacrifices suck. Okay, yeah. Well, I appreciate that you're not doing that. I appreciate that you're not doing it. Maybe give me a little bit more info about it, and I'll read into it. But like I said, I'm not. You know me. I'm a Richard Hart Maxi. I'm not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. People can go do whatever they want. I don't care what people invest in. That's all I talk about. That's all I promote. Right. All right, guys. Well. Not much going on. Lazy Sunday, it looks like today. At least we're above 4 cents once again. And hopefully we don't go below 3. That would really suck. So now let's talk about Hedron Hexo. Right. Yeah. Hedron. You mean all the other coins that everybody's putting their money into instead of Hex, all those coins, but they're supposed to help Hex, it's funny because people say, oh, I'm just going to claim my free or I'm just going to sell my free tokens and go, and that's what I do. But they're not free, guys. Somebody is on the other side buying it, right? So there's always got to be a buyer unless the thing is zero. So it's really not free, right? So it's if the economical value is going somewhere else or the money is going somewhere else and it's not going to Hex, and I don't care if you buy it. I'm not caring if you buy it, but if your money's going somewhere else and it's not going into Hex, then you're not pumping, I'm trying to pump Hex bags. And if you're not pumping Hex bags, then it's like, all right, peace. Or PulseChain, I guess, at this point. But there is no PulseChain. But, yeah, some people think that, promoting all of these other coins are helping them. But I'm a Hex boy. Prove Camise is alive. Oh, Camise? Camise! Camise, come here! No, I can't prove it. Liquid Blippy mortgages, yeah. Not expecting price performance or selling in the bear anyway. Let the blood flow in the streets, and yes, exactly. One hexy. Could you imagine all the economic energy that could have been put into Hex? Sucks. Exactly. And it's like I said, it's fine that you want to put into other coins, but when you start, people start making other things and thousands of things when it could just be going into our the bags, but it's all the new guys. It seems like it's all the new guys that want to make a new thing and so they can pump a new bag, right? Because they think that they've missed hex, when it's like, guys, you haven't missed hex, right? So yes, pump hex and only hex. I just minted a pile of Hedron, going to swap it straight into hex, and that's great, you know, like, but MT coiner, and that's what I do. But you know, when somebody's on the other end of that buying that Hedron, right, and somebody's on the other end of that buying the other coin, somebody, you know, all these coins that everybody makes, there's got to be somebody buying it, when they could be buying just the regular hex, right? They could just be buying hex instead of all the derivatives and all of the other coins that people make on top of it. They could, you know, look at all the people that got into PulseDoge. What is PulseDoge right now? $3.10 or something like that. I sold it at $3.50. How many people were making fun of me for selling? Well, it was like $3.70, selling at $3.50 for hex, right? It's crazy. Sir, when cardboard RH coin? Yeah, he's coming out soon. What do you think about that, Richard? Yeah, he's silent today. Soon. Thank you, Ross, for the $50. Thank you so much. Hexa, do you think launch would be in 2022, 2023? I'm hoping end of November or early December launch of PulseChain. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's funny because there's some guy that's like, your PulseChain release. What is he? Because you know, everybody thought it was coming out last November. Everybody thought it was coming out in mid-May. You know, so you know, people ask me these questions, and then I get freaking blowback when you like answering these questions. Never, because I'm just in the dark as you guys. I don't have any like, oh, Richard, what is it? What's the deal today? Oh my gosh, it's coming out. Like, he doesn't tell me nothing. So it's like, dude, I have no idea. I would like it to be in early December, like right after Thanksgiving when Hex was released and stuff like that. Or 1st of January, that'd be great too. But who knows? I think that with the bear market looming over us and everything bad, really, it's not a good time to release it anyways, because dude, how many people are just gonna be like, I'm out? They've been sitting on these bags for a year. Even if they're down 10% or 10x, say they sacrifice $1,000, they're getting $100 back. They're gonna sell it, right? They're just gonna be out. So let's see. Yeah, it's great. But thank you, Ross, for the $50, dude. Sir, when all right, cut out. Thank you so much. Hexo, do you think? Okay, I dumped Pulse D at 420 and 690. Nice, dude. Nice. Dude, it's great. But just realize that there are people that could have been, you know, like I'm happy about that. And everybody thinks, oh, it's free money. It's free money. It's not free money, guys. There's actually somebody on the other end of that buying it. Like it come like they're I don't want to say praying, but they're giving it to hexagons and hexagons only. If they would have given it to all of Ethereum and said, hey, this is going to be big on Pulse, that would have made more sense, right? To me, that makes sense to give it to everybody. And then you get a group of people that are going to come over that didn't hear about Hex, Pulse, all these things because you gave it. But when you're only giving it to hexagons, then it just splits off the entire community to where it's like now the communities, we got this small, these guys that were all just a tight knit community. Now a small group of them are now these PulseDoge guys, and now another group is here. And while the community of Hex just gets smaller and smaller. And if you talk about anything other than if you talk about anything, oh boy, if I wanted to talk about Maxi or anything like that, boy, you better get ready for some hate on other people's stuff, right? And I get it, but it's just why I just don't talk about anything. Like I just am like, hey, Hex, PulseChain, PulseX, I'm fine with it. Like that's it. Because those guys that do talk about that, man, they get freaking hated on by some other people, which I think is lame. Let people buy whatever they want to buy. I'm just telling you guys what I do, right? Stick to Hex, you can't lose. Very true. I only currently support Maxi, the Perpetuals, Icosa, Hedron because Hex. Icosa incentivizes people to make more Max-like stakes, taking more Hex off the market. Maxi makes one huge to Hex stake. Yeah, I get it. But there's also people buying it, right? Should one claim weight token? I don't know, man. I don't know. The double RH in the background is creepy. Yeah, that's where he's at. He's angry today. How come the community doesn't want to see 2-cent Hex day by the dip, right? And nobody said that they don't want to see it. I mean, dude, if you're holding a bag of something, do you want to see it go down? No. Why would they, like, what do you mean, Edward? Doesn't everybody want the thing to go up? Sure, if there is a dip, yes, it's great to buy. But if you bought the dip and you bought the dip and you bought the dip, you're like, okay, it's ready to go up, and then it dips keeps happening. You're probably like, nah, right? Like some of us just are dipped out, right? We've had the chips, we got the dip, and we're ready to move on to the entree. But the dip keeps coming. The waitress just keeps giving you the bowl of dip at the Mexican restaurant, and you're done. You're done with the chips and dip. But she keeps coming over. Would you like some more? Would you like some more chips? No, Esmeralda. We're done with the chips. Can you bring me the entree? No, we will be bringing more dip. Right? Like, I am done with the dip. Let's go on to the entree, please. Oh, you don't want any more dip? You don't want any? No, I'm done with the dip, but no more beans. No more beans. I'm done with the refried beans. Move on to the freaking tacos and burritos. I'm done with it. Right? Chips and dip only. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, she sounds hot. Well, Petey. She could be, it depends. So much drama everywhere. We like Hexo cheer and humor. More laughing. Well, thanks, one Hexy. Esmeralda, yes. Stick to your principles, Hexo. Well, it's not even that. It's just like, I've seen this, guys. I've seen where other things, where, hey, we're going to promote Hex, like Hexy was one big example. It was one of those things where now I have PTSD just looking at it. And other coins, because it's like, we swear we're gonna build something on top of Hex. Richard was talking about it, how good it was and how everything. And dude, they were taking the money from Hexicans and then selling it. Dude, once they got figured out, they were dumping it for, one of these huge dips that we had was just them dumping forever, and they were just dumping it. And you were like, wait a second, I thought these guys, everybody, not me, because I wasn't tricked, because I was only promoting Richard stuff. But, these guys got so much Hex that they were just dumping it for months and months and months. And I was like, oh my gosh, well, I'm glad I didn't listen in that. But I know some pretty prominent Hexicans that were pretty deep into it, and I got so much hate because I didn't promote their thing, and I didn't say anything nice about Hexy, and I wouldn't talk about them. But hey, that's, like I said, I hope that it went up for him, and I hope it did good, but it did exactly what I thought it would do. And I'm not saying any of these coins like Hedron or Maxi are trying to do that. I think that they have good intentions and stuff like that. These guys do. I didn't think Hexy did. But yeah, once they started dumping, it was like, oh yeah, see, this is what happens. And Richard had to be like, these idiots that bought, and yeah, it was pretty bad. She sounds hot. Yeah, so much drama. Yeah, feels like high school again. Everyone has their own groups. Yeah, Maui Extreme. Yeah, exactly. And it sucks because you can't be, people do things, and it's like, if you say, hey, I don't want to promote your thing, then they're like, oh, it's because you don't like me and you're just blah, blah, blah. It's like the racist thing. Oh, you're just a racist. It's like, no, I still like you. I want you to do well, and I hope your thing does well. I'm just not promoting it. Sorry. It's like you're competing with my thing, like you're people don't realize that money's involved, and we're all here for money, right? We're all here to make money. And I'm not going to promote other things that I'm not, like you're going to make millions probably off of this thing. But if I even invested in it, like I'm not going to make as much as you. So I'm all right. With just doing. When in doubt, go back to Hexo Stream to come back to reality. There you go, Crypto Games Club. No more dip. We want the whole enchilada. Yeah, I am done with the dip. I need the enchilada right now. Give me some of that drizzle enchilada. No, say no in determined Mexican lady voice. No. Bring in 7-layer taco dip. Oh my gosh, dude. 7-layer taco dip. Okay, we don't. No, I no more dip. No more dip, Stormy. We talked about no more dip already. Jeez, you almost got me into like, yeah, that 2-cent Hex does look nice. And then you have to cut yourself out of it. No more dip. We're going up. We're getting the enchilada, or you're not getting a tip at the end. When the Hex headphone. Okay. Anything bad happens, people blame the OGs. Yeah, exactly. Which I get it. Some of these guys are just, this guy that's he seems kind of malicious, has 350 million Hex, and he just decides to dump it. He's an OG if you look at his wallet. So it's like, yeah, I get it. And some of these OGs, they're buying all these things and doing all these things and living the lavish life, which they're way entitled to. I think it's great, but throwing it in people's faces while we're in a bear market is like, I don't know, man. I get it, but it's not me, I guess. We need some horchata, Holmes. Yeah, horchata is great. Horchata, ooh. If you go to a Mexican restaurant, get some horchata, dude. For real. Renob. Yeah, I know what that is. Gosh dang it, Esmeralda. I was promising enchilada and I want it now. Yeah, it's my enchilada and I want it now. Coming out of the apartment in New York City. That's what I do. That's what I'm doing. Childish, yeah. Should have known Hexy was a bit of a wash when the painter guy wouldn't show his face. Oh, geez. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is, yeah. It was funny because I got so much hate for not promoting Hexy. And it was like, dude, it was crazy. You got people trying to like message you and be like, I'm going to kick your ass if you don't stop talking bad about Hexy. It was just like, geez, dude, what is happening? And it was one of these times where you didn't know if it was going to happen. It sounded good. But then they started coming out with the like, we're going to have a credit card and all this stuff. It's like, oh, I've seen this before. This is a major red flag here on the scam meter. Hexa, with all that wait and delays, do you see a 100x pump within 90 days of PulseX send Pulse? Oh, man, I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure. It really depends on when it's released, right? Like if it was released right now, no, I don't see Pulse or PulseX releasing and going up at all. If we were to release right now, maybe it depends on how these influencers are big. But I mean, guys, go look at all the top influencers. What the heck? Oh, it's day 1000. Remember, we put the Google thing on. But remember, go look at all these Bit Boys. They're not losing subscribers. The people are watching crypto less. They don't care about crypto. So if you release it right now, I just don't see it. Being that crazy, right? It'll be a crazy release. Don't get me wrong. We've still got a lot of people in Hex, but it's not going to bring in new people. It's just kind of going to be Hexicans and people that are waiting for Pulse sacrifice for it. But closer to the bull run, I think that we start actually getting way more people in. I think it'll be crazier. You get BitBoy, you get all these influencers talking about it, and then it probably will be crazy. Maybe do 100x. But right now, I feel like people have been sitting on these bags for a year. The macro economy is doing very poorly, and people are going to be like, dude, I sacrificed way too much into this. I'm dumping, everything but 10% and just sell everything. Because that's the thing with Hex has this thing where you stake it and then you wait for years, and like back when Hex was around, all of the OGs, these guys that are, the guys that first got in, they staked it for years, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever it is. PulseChain, you don't have to stake. You can stake it, but you can take it out the next day. You can sell it whenever you want. How many times in Hex, if it went up to a 10x, how many times would you have been selling? 50x, right? There's people, and maybe you say, oh, well, that's not me. Let's just say it's not you. Let's just say it's the guy that you got in. How many times is the guy that you got in that put in $100 at $50 when he has $5,000, he's going to sell, right? Like, we all know those people that are weak-handed, little limp-wristed little baby boys, baby Barnsley boys, beta baby Barnsley boys that got in, and they'll just sell it at and let's say they're down when they first come out at 50%. What if they sell? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's gonna be wild to see. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I don't think that it would be good to release it right now, to be honest with you. Happy birthday, Hex Day 1000. Yes, I skip breakfast every day so I can stack more Hex. There you go, Blocker Running. There's a good idea. Yeah, they became Hexy business and made credit cards, but it was a rug. Yeah, well, they did 3 rugs. It was a reloading scheme. And I remember one of the crypto influencers that's still in Hex, and there's other guys that it's funny because it's like I have all of this not dirt on people because I don't like to use it against them, but hopefully they don't start promoting Hex like on their channel again, because I'm always like, you're a Hexy guy, right? You were the guy, and I believe in people's redemption. People can be forgiven and stuff, but I always keep a close eye on them because it's like, when's the net shitcoin gonna come out and you're gonna start promoting it? Because I've seen a guy that promoted Hexy through the first rug. He then promoted it and he apologized. Said that he was sorry for promoting it, and then Hexy 2 came out, or whatever, V2 came out, and then he started promoting it, and then that one got rugged, and then he didn't say sorry this time. He was just like, man, whatever, and then the third time it came out and he was still promoting it, and I was like, all right, dude, like, that's enough, like, dude, you're at this point, you're just stealing from people, right? Like, dude, for real. So yeah, that's a person that's like, keep the distance, bud. Keep your distance. Can't wait to see who's Hexos are talking about. Well, he's not. I don't think he streams or anything anymore, but he is still around. I've seen him around a little bit. Hey, yo, you Hexo peeps, boop the like. Yeah, hit the like, guys. That would be great. Be careful chasing airdrops. Also, always make sure that everything before you connect wallet. Don't risk your potential future with a few dollars now that you don't need. Yes, exactly, Metallica. Exactly. We need to be at the bottom or close to the bottom of the bear market before launching any big X style gains. I agree. Ladders prevail in Hex. That's true. Ladders do prevail. It's great. Ladders make it so if you have a stake that you need to emergency unstake just in case something happens, like this guy that had 350 million, just imagine if he would have only put like 50 million every year for 4 or 5 years, and he only needed, like, he probably only needed, like, what did he need? $750,000. He could have unstaked 2 big stakes instead of 1 huge stake, right? This goes to show how well the ladders work, because maybe he didn't need to do that, but he had to. He's like, well, if I need any money, I have to unstake this huge stake. The only one he has 2 stakes. He has like an 11 million Hex one, and he had this 350 million one. So he could have, maybe unstaked 2 big stakes instead of 1 huge stake. Now he has to pretty much get wrecked on that 150 million Hex. Yeah, crazy. Coffee still loves Hex. Yeah, Coffee's awesome. He's awesome. Just watched the Hexo stream where he was twerking LMAO when he fell off the chair. So awesome, Hexo. You complete me. Well, thank you. Yeah, the stupid, because I have this this chair and it has a foot rest on it. It popped out when I was doing a little twerking. I didn't see it. I almost fell completely. Maybe that huge emergency handshake was T Mommy's wallet. Yeah, trying to pay for PulseCon conspiracy. Yeah. Yeah, maybe T Mommy, getting maybe he's trying to produce some of his breast milk back. What was the shrimp thing back then? Oh yeah, so I don't think many people got into it, but dude, it was crazy back in the day. Like, this is nothing new. All of these new coins, we've seen them come and go. There was a shrimp game that everybody kind of made fun of. But it was something where you put your money into it, and it pretty much like you could it was, I never played it, obviously, but this is what I heard from Coffee, because he played it. He knew it was not gonna make him money, but he was just testing it out for the community, right? And back then we didn't have so much money that it was like, connect my wallet to it, whatever. Now it's like, oh shoot, like, this is why I don't connect my wallet to just anything, right? But he probably had a burner wallet or something like that he did it to. But it was just like you hatched these shrimps and you got more, and it paid you out a certain amount, and then you could sell it. And it was one of these things that's like, you could make more Hex, but really in all actuality you were gambling, and it was like the odds were like 1% win. And but I don't think anybody made any money off of it. But we've had those. We've had the gambling things. We've had all these things. I can't remember. We had the Toucan Air ones that are complete just rip-offs, and Hourglass games where the first people, which I'm guessing who the first people were that probably got into these things. But now if you go look at it, they've got millions, if not billions of Hex locked into them. So they're like, look, it was good. It was good for it. It was good for Hex, right? Oh yeah, watch my shrimps grow. Yeah, Dominic, thank you for the $10. Thank you for the $10. Yeah, right. Watch my shrimps grow. That was on, I think it was on the 24 hours that we were talking about it. But yeah, we had the toucanaires, we had all of the other ones. But you know, you think it's bad now. You thought Hex was bad? Dude, wait until PulseChain comes out. They're going to be, you know, it's going to be a million times worse than what we've had in Hex. So this is, Dollar Cost Crypto said it well, where people are just trying to take your Pulse and PulseX and your Hex from you at this point. And so if you want, it's kind of like going to Vegas, right? Say, hey, I don't know about this, but put a certain amount, let's say you have $100,000, put $100 on the side and be like, hey, I'm going to ape into this with $100, $200, $1,000, whatever percentage you want to put into it, and just let it do its thing, right? PulseDoge. I don't care if people buy it, but if you're putting all of your entire bag into it and you're trying to be like, this is the next thing, this is going to help Hex, it's like, okay, right. Like I said, there's ways to actually promote PulseChain and stuff like that, but airdropping it just to Hexicans seems like you're preying on Hex instead of like preying on the entire Ethereum, all of the Ethereum wallets, where it's like, hey, this huge PulseDoge wallet just got an airdrop. Like, how many people would have been interested in that except for Hexicans? But it was airdropped just to Hexicans, and only Hexicans were pretty much into the thing, right? Like, I don't know how many people got into Hex because PulseDoge was out, right? That's all I'm saying. Team Mommy, yeah. Hexa, what is your opinion on Maxi and Hedron? Crypto Coffee keeps talking about. I have some Maxi. I think it's a good idea. Trading Maxi, I think is dumb if you're going to just buy it. I got into where it's like, before they staked it. Hedron, I think that if you're going to claim it and sell it and buy more Hex, which is what I do, that's great. If you're buying it, I don't recommend it, right? People get things for free, which every OG Hexican, the evil OG Hexicans, the devil boys, the OG Hexicans, those guys can just sell. They have for years, right? They have crazy amounts. They could just keep selling it, keep selling it, keep selling it. It's free. What happens to things that are given for free? They get sold, right? So you're buying into something that somebody got something for free. At some point, people are going to stop buying it. And this is my opinion. I have no idea. And I don't, I know that they're trying to make other things. But if I get something for free, I sell it for more Hex, right? And after a while, people will stop buying things because other people are getting them for free. I just say buy Hex and get some of it for free. Will people buy or sell Hex on ETHW if there's a contentious fork ETH 2.0 launches? Yeah, I don't know, One Hexy. I don't know, man. Having three, exactly. This is what happens when we get too many chains, too. Like having Hex on 3 different chains. Oh, that sounds awesome. But guys, you have to have liquidity on 3 different chains. You have to have people wanting to buy on 3 different chains. It's just splitting it up. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'd buy it on PulseChain first, right? And then second would be ETH, the staking ETH or ETH 2.0, and then third would be ETH proof of work. So I don't know. Evil Rolexicans, yeah. Which I get it, dude. I get why people hate the OGs. I get it. If I was a new guy, or if I was a guy that got in from 30 to 50 cents, I'd hate the OGs too. I'd be like, these freaking morons, the guys that just keep buying stuff and dumping on my head. I get it. I'm like that right now, but it's like, hey, they bought something at a low price. They bought something and they held on to it for years. They are able to, right? And this gives you an opportunity to buy, lower your dollar cost average down to 2 or 3 cents. Or whatever, not 2 or 3 cents. If you bought at 30 cents, you could lower it down to, 7 or 8 cents, and then you're doing well. But I don't think hating on them is good, but I do see where the these idiots, because every time I see a 250 million Hex stake like this come out, I'm just like, and I tell my wife, oh, it looks like we're at 3.9 cents. She's like, why don't these idiots stop selling? She gets all mad. It's great. Hex was also airdropped to Bitcoin holders for free. Don't forget. Yeah. But, how many of those guys held onto it, right? How many of Bitcoin guys actually held onto it? I think it was, I bet you if you talk to Richard, he would probably have said, he would have given, I think he has said this, he would have given the Ethereum holders the airdrop instead of the Bitcoin holders now if he was going to re-release it. I'm pretty sure he would do that, right? Because it's a bigger group. Or not a bigger group, but it's a more friendly group, and not only that, but it's like it's on the same chain, right? I think it would be much easier and smarter. People in Ethereum seem to be a little bit more less maxi mentality, crazy cult maxi mentality like the Bitcoin dudes. Because Bitcoin dudes, dude, I can't remember. Somebody posted a tweet the other day where it was, the guy was all, he said, and I can't remember what day it was, but it was very early in January or even December. It was like, I'm not claiming my $100 of your shitcoin, Richard Hart. And the guy, 1,000x we're up 1,000x right now against US dollar. If he would, $100 time it's 1,000, he could have had what? Is that $1 million? So wrecked on his part. But geez, yeah. So there's lots of people that just wouldn't claim it because it was Richard Hart and it was, I don't like him.